All right. So for composite figures, you need to know the area of a circle. All right. So say this is the circle. The perimeter of a circle is called circumference around the circle. All right. Pi, which you've heard of before, is a relationship of the around the circle to the diameter across the circle. That's all pi is. That if you take the diameter of a circle times pi, it's what it is around the circle. So basically, the circumference of a circle is about 3 times diameter. 3 times. All right. To find the area of what the circle covers, you're literally like laying a square grid paper over it, and then you're counting the squares, and then all the pieces of squares, you add all those up. But this formula does that. So here's what the formula is. If you take the diameter of the circle and you half it, that's the radius from the center point out. Okay. So the area of a circle is you take the radius squared times pi. So if the radius were 10, then 10 times 10 is 100, the radius, just the radius. And 10 times 10 is 100, and 100 times pi would tell you that the area of that would be 314, right?
Radius
Square.
times what?
It would be, you square the radius.
2.1495.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead in the slide. I was waiting for everybody to get connected because not everybody's on. All right. And then you square the radius times pi, and that will give you the area of the circle, because you're going to need that for a couple of the ones we're going to do today. We're only going to do a few, and we'll do some more on Monday. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the class. Hair deck. Okay, so quick reminder from yesterday. What would be the area of this trapezoid? Quick review before we start on composite. What would be the area? So think about your base and your top, add them together, half it times your height.
28.
Right.
So most of you are saying 28, and that is correct because 6 and 8 equals 14. Half 14, 7. 7 times 4 is 28 square units, right? That is correct. Okay, next. All right, quick review. Here's the area of a trapezoid. If you want to take a snapshot of that screen, screenshot. And if you'll just type yes or no if you're clear on that. Just type yes or no if you're good. All right. Okay, Angelo, Josie, Jayla, Kylie, Melis, Tamika, Madeline, Michaela, James, Kimani, yes, Mason, yes, Liam and James, are you good? Okay, all right. So again, you take the bases, half them, add them together, half, then times the height. Okay, so moving on. All right, area of a triangle. I do want to spend a moment on this because I don't know if we talked a lot about it. All right, so when you're talking about the area of a triangle, it's always going to be the base. These are bases, right? Everybody agree those are the bases, all right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. On a right triangle, the side is actually the height, right? Because it's a right triangle, it makes a right angle. But what kind of triangle is this? Acute? Acute?
Yeah.
It's acute and isosceles both, yes. No, acute and scalene, all right? So I do the base times the perpendicular height. Remember, it's the perpendicular height that I got to do, which is not a side, okay? And then this is an obtuse scalene, right? And over here, I got to measure the height out here. So I would extend the base and then measure from there. But I don't count that in the measure. Does everybody understand? This is the hard one. I don't count this extension. I just count this part of the base, okay? And then I measure the height, and then I half it. Could you tell me on the text, why do I half that? Why is it I half it? So on the response, tell me why. So tell me why I half it. Yep, all of you are correct. It's because it's making half of a bigger parallelogram or rectangle, right? So it's making half of a bigger rectangle or parallelogram. That's correct. All right. All right. Next, area of a parallelogram. That looks a little bit pixely. All right. Remember on. Let me clear my responses. Okay. Remember on here, it's about the base again, right? And about the actual perpendicular height. Okay, for this response, will you tell me why have they put this square over here? Why have they put this rectangle over here? Tell me why they did that. Why is this red rectangle over on the side here like this? What do you think they're trying to show you there?
Can you repeat that?
Yes, I can. Why is the red rectangle on the right-hand side placed there like that, which is not really on all of the parallelogram?
Okay.
And the actual parallelogram is here. Thank you, EP, for being quiet. See, the actual parallelogram is there, but they've got that red rectangle. All right, so Kylie, will you tell us what you just said right there?
So I said that it's to show that on the left you can rearrange that parallelogram to make a rectangle, and then that's why it's just base times height. So
and all of you were saying that, so they were just showing you this piece here really belongs here, and that's how you know that still is base times height. Correct. All right, I'm going to clear this out, and I'll move to the next one. All right, next up, here's the area of a circle. You might want to take a screenshot of that page because kids mix this formula up all the time. Remember, square, I wish Fred was here. Fred would tell you square doesn't mean times 2, it means times whatever the base is, right?
yeah.
So if the radius is 7.5, it's not 7.5 times 2, it's 7.5 times 7.5, right? Okay, so I'm going to give you this. Here's what I want you to respond. Hang, give me just a second. Hey, will you tell me what is the area of that circle if the radius is 5? If the radius is 5, what is the area of that circle?
Is it?
So the radius is 5, and plug in your formula here.
I'm taking a guess here.
Okay, type it
never
on
mind,
here.
actually.
Type it on here. Type it on the Pear Deck,
Okay.
please. Notice the area formula. All right, do y'all see what I have on the screen?
Yes.
That's what you need to do. So if you didn't do that, if you'll plug that in now, please. Okay, let me look and see. So it's basically going to be close to 100, right? It's going to be in the 70s. It's going to be close to 80, I meant. Your answer, and if you got the wrong answer, you can retype it. So is it correct? Ashley, will you walk us through this? Is this correct? This is 25, and then 25 times 3.14 would give me 78.55-ish.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. P,
Yes.
are you sure that on the GIM kit that the boss doesn't get any sort of bonus?
No.
So you're not sure, or are you positive they don't?
I'm positive they don't. So I'll talk about that after we finish. But I will talk about it. All right. So 5 times 5 is 25, right? 25 times 3 is 75. And then 25 times 1400s would be about 2.5. Y'all agree? So the answer is 78.54 something, but say 78.5, right? Everybody good with that?
That's what I got.
Yeah, that's correct. All right. Does anybody need to, if you need to take a screenshot of that, I'm taking one too. Okay. All right, I'm gonna clear it. I'm gonna move to the next. All right. So, okay, here we go. All right. So on the screen, you have a new figure, right? Okay, I would like for you to figure out what is the area of this composite figure. So I want the area of the entire thing. So I'll walk you through it. You need to figure out what is the area of the rectangle and what is the area of the trapezoid. Add it together. It's either A, B, C, D, or E. And if you'll text me A, B, C, D, or E, which one it is on your.
Wait.
Let's see, where do I find the list?
Seven, and then oh, put that over.
So if you haven't responded, let me give you about another 45 seconds or so. So I'm going 24 times 7, and then I'm doing what? 13 plus 24, half of it, times 4, and add all that together, right? So it's 7 times 24 plus 13 plus 24 half times 4. And then add all that together, right? And you all are saying that the answer is C. Okay.
The answer is
So
what?
C.
most of you are saying the answer is C. Would
Yeah.
someone tell me why the answer should be C?
I can.
I
Thank you.
can.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Which one?
Somebody said they would. Go ahead.
Yeah, 2 people did.
Okay, either one. Go.
You can go.
Okay, so 24 times 7 is 242. I mean, 158. And
158
then
plus
13 plus 24 is 37. 37 times 4 is 148. 148 divided by 2 is 74. And 74 plus 168 is 242.
square inches, right? Everybody good with that?
I thought it was 168.
Yes.
Like 168, not 158.
Okay, 24. Okay,
No,
so
158.
it's 158, Betty. Here's why. 7 times 20 is 140, and then 7 times 4 is 28, and then 140 and 28 would be 168. You're right, Betty.
I said 168.
Oh, my bad. You're right. All right, good job. All right, that's correct. Okay, let's try another one. All right. These would have been on your TCAP if you had TCAP, for sure,
We're not
Oh.
having TCAP.
which you're not
Dun,
having.
dun. We're not? Good. That's something we don't have to look forward to at the moment.
That's something you don't have to worry about.
Maybe
All right,
hanging
So-
up and like celebrating.
all right, here we go. Okay, on this one, let me walk you through it first. All right, so this says 12 feet, right? And this says 12 feet. So this part's a square. Everybody agree? So that'd be 12 times 12, which is 144. Everybody good with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for this part, I need half of 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be 6. Everybody agree? 6?
Yes.
Then I would need to square. Okay, why is it half of 12? Because that's the radius of this circle, correct?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
no,
let me draw this.
it's
Okay.
none of them, but none of them, not even 3,000.
Okay, hang on. Okay, so this circle, the radius would be 6. Everybody agree?
Let me do it.
Okay, so
Mhm.
if that's the case,
Yeah.
then I would need to do 6
It represents
times 6
right. Like you can't forget
times
it and put the answer.
3.14. So 36 times 3.14 would be this half circle.
Put the answer.
Okay, there's a trick here, right? This
Oh, yeah.
answer,
Thousands.
this answer would be the whole circle, but I've got half the circle. So when you get
So
this answer,
You
cut
need to
it
divide it by half.
right, divide that in two because it's a half circle, right?
Exactly. But the other one, I didn't care if you did it for me. But yes.
All right, so if you'll tell me on here which one you think it is.
I thought you
Here's
get low level if you get stuff like that. I thought you get low level.
All right, so let's look at this one because we're going to run out of time. All right, so the square is 144, right? For the
Yeah.
square. And then for the circle, it's going to be 36 times 3.4. And then I got to half all of that because it's a half circle, correct?
What?
And so then that number, what did y'all get for that number?
I got 128.52.
And then you add the 128.52 to the 144.
Wait, what? I got 113.04, I think.
So
Me too.
36, okay, 36 times 3.14, right? Which would be 100 something.
113.04.
Okay, but I have to half that. I have to half all that because it's only a half of a circle, correct?
Yeah.
And then add that with 144.
Yeah.
I mean, the answer I got isn't on the option.
So it'd be 3.14 times 36, 113.04 plus 144 divided by 2. 128.52, that's what I got.
So it'd be 56.52 plus 144.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, it would be 144 plus 50, whatever I just said. So did you?
56.25.
Yeah, plus
50.
144. So you should have gotten that it's 200.5
Two.
something square feet. So the answer was E. Now, that's a hard one, right?
Yes.
I would agree that that's a hard one. All right, let's do one more. Let me get back to my page. All right. So most of you said E, that's correct. But if you didn't, do you see why it is, right? There's several things you have to do there. Okay, one more.
Mr. P, who's gonna be the boss on the game kit? I completely forgot.
I'll take it when we
11:30.
get finished. Come on, Goldfish. The boss, we'll decide when we see who all's there. We'll decide who wants to be the boss. Okay, on this one, what are you gonna do?
That's a tractor. What is that?
All right.
You gotta do, I think you have to do
You
10
gotta do
plus 2 times 4 divided by 2, then find out the radius,
Okay.
I suppose.
Get rid of this.
Oh, yeah.
All right. On this one, so the first thing I got to do is I got to get the trapezoid, right? So it would be 2 plus 10, half it, correct? Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Times 4. Why is it times 4?
Because that's the height.
Correct. Okay. Then that number I'm good with. Now I got to do the half circle. For the half circle, I've got to do 2 squared times 3.14, right? And then half that because it's a half circle. Okay. So I'm going to do it on my calculator as well. And see what I get. And see if you all agree.
What?
Oh wow.
Hello, PT.
Hello.
Oh my life.
Hello. All right. If we get cut off, if you haven't sent me your answer, if you will send it to me, because I think we're about to get cut off. But you would have said 2 plus 10 is 12. Half of that's 6. 6 times 4, right? And then you'd add that number, 24, to what you get for the half circle, right? And most of you are saying that the answer is E. Correct? So I will post a video later and go through these 3 problems in case you need to review them. All right. So as I said, it's about to cut off any second. So I will be back with the GIM kit and I'll put the Zoom back on, but it'll take me about 3 or 4 minutes. So if you'll just hang tight for the GIM kit, and we're going to play boss mode. So somebody's going to have to be the boss and fight against everybody else. So be thinking of you're up to the challenge. All right.
Jim should be the boss.